Hi Taurus, here is your December reading for December 2017, obviously. I would just like to say to everybody in the US that I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate that here in the UK, but nonetheless, I hope you had a great time with your families and your friends. And as with this is for the month of December, I just want to wish everybody a very happy Christmas. Now, the card that you have at the center, you've got the Nine of Pentacles here. And, you know, yes, the Nine of Pentacles, in terms of like love and relationships, it can talk about the single person. But what the card ultimately talks about is some sort of well-deserved success here. You know, this lady in this card, you know, she's obviously worked hard, but she's accumulated all these pentacles. She's in her own vineyard. She's got a home. And she's done all of this on her own, okay? So it may be that you've been working hard and you deserve some form of, you know, as I said, well-deserved success here for all your efforts. It may be here to highlight that all your hard work is going to pay off when we're looking at your work and your finances. Now, when we get down to the past situation, we do have the Queen of Wands here. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? So it could be talking about how in the recent past, you know, there may be somebody around you who is one of those fire signs. But it could also be talking about your own energy. The Queen of Wands is very caring, she's very giving, she's very loving, but she's also very determined, she's very focused. And when she sets her sights on something, she's very determined to get that. But I wanted to clarify that, and I got the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers card can have a few meanings, okay? But the one thing this card can be talking about is choices here. But choices on a grand scale. And we are talking about the past here, okay? And it can talk about a dilemma that may have presented itself to you in the recent past. But a dilemma that required action from you, or required you to make a decision. Something that maybe was going to bring change to your plans or alter your plans in some way. And it may have been an action or a choice that you may have felt was negative in some way. But quite often, something negative can be a blessing in disguise. Now, before I talk about this Five of Pentacles here, I want to skip right up here to the present. Because up here we've got the Tower card. And this is very sudden energy, okay? And it can feel very destructive, the Tower card. But quite often with the Tower card, it brings this sudden change into our life. And it can be the universe that brings this change into our life because we were dragging our heels, because we did not take the action ourselves, because we did not make the choice ourselves. There's something for you in the recent past that you should have, as I said, either taken action, and the Queen of Wands, you know, may be here to highlight as well, because the Wands is fire energy, and the fire energy is about action, okay? Is energy of doing, okay? So again, it may be here to highlight the fact that action was needed, but action that you may not have taken because maybe, as I said, on some level, you saw it in a negative way, okay? So then we have the universe coming in and deciding to take this action. This is the crumbling down of something, the collapse of something. Now, it can be the collapse of a relationship. It can be the collapse of many different things for all of you, and it's going to be different for all of you. But when the Tower card comes in, it's because we should have put an end to something. We should have made a choice about something. We should have taken action on something, and we didn't. Now, how others are viewing you, we do have, if I can pick it up, as I said, the Five of Pentacles over here. And the Five of Pentacles, yes, it can be an energy of feeling left out in the cold, but it can also be an energy of fearing some form of financial loss here. You know, maybe you've been giving off this energy of fearing financial loss, fearing that a business is going to go wrong, just having these negative thoughts here when it comes maybe to your finances. Yes, it can be about a relationship as well, but I'm not feeling that. But I think you've been portraying, as I said, this negative side, like all your negative fears. You've maybe been speaking to friends and family about fearing the worst over something. But here we see this world deserves success here. So I think when it comes to something that's financial and work related with you, there was some course of action or some choice that you should have made and you haven't. And the universe is going to come in and it's going to bring this drastic change here. Now, in terms of your hopes and fears, we have the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is about standing your ground. It's about speaking up, okay? This man here, he's on the higher ground. He's got this wand in his hand. He's taking action. He's not going to stand around and allow other people to dictate to him or whatever. He is standing up for himself, okay? And he's going to do whatever it takes here, but he's not going to back down. Now, in terms of your outcome, we've got the Nine of Wands here. And then I clarified that and I got the Judgment card. Now, first of all, the Nine of Wands, it can be about fearing the worst, okay? See, the thing with the Nine of Wands is it talks about having gone through challenges and arguments and battles, and you've come through those, okay? But it can still be how you're kind of expecting maybe some more challenges to come along, okay? The thing with the Nine of Wands as well, it's about forewarned is forearmed here, okay? And it's about you standing strong here. And, you know, this in your hopes and fears, okay, maybe it is a fear that you're fearing that you're going to have to stand up for yourself here. But it may also be the hope that you're hoping you're going to be able to find the courage and the strength to stand up for yourself. Because there may very well be another challenge here to overcome, okay? Now, then we get the Judgment card. And, you know, the Judgment card comes before we get the World card, okay? It's the card directly before the World, and the World is about endings and completions to particular cycles, okay? And with the Judgment card, it can be sometimes an awakening, okay? An awakening to live your life in a different way. if this Tower card is coming in and as I said, it's bringing something crashing down here, then it may be that there is this awakening here that you're gonna have to start to do something very differently, okay? Something big in your life. There's something here that you should have brought an end to, and you didn't. And had you brought an end to it, you may not have had this Seven of Wands energy here where you're feeling as though you've got to defend yourself here. The Judgment card is about conclusions as well. It's about blowing that final trumpet here, okay? It can be about second chances, okay? It can be about resurrection. But as I said, it can also be about conclusions, having the evidence and then bringing something to an end here. Now, to go alongside these readings this month, I'm also using the John Holland Oracle cards. And we've got 3 here, okay? The first one we've got is victory and success. We've got financial and material changes. And we've got patience and planning. So we're going to go through these cards. And what I've decided to do, okay, I'm going to go through and read from the book what these cards are saying. So with the victory and success, we've got good news is on the way. The qualities of this positive card are completion, victory and success that often follow a difficult period. Many people around you are very proud to see how you triumphantly came through it. They respect you and may even attempt to follow your example. You've worked hard and devoted much effort to get to this point. In your life, where you've become wiser and have grown in so many ways. Always remember to stop and pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. This card also reminds you to stay grounded. Remember where you came from and keep your ego in check. Don't lose who you really are. This victory can be used as a teaching tool for the future. Realize that if you came through this challenging time, you can achieve anything. Now I'm going to move on to the other cards. Just bear with me while I try to find them. So financial and material changes. This number 5 physical card represents changes, challenges and losses, usually related to material or financial concerns. You may be losing some of the things around you, but you must acknowledge and know that besides existing as a physical being, you're an incredible and resourceful spiritual entity. Use your powerful forces within you to help you through this difficult period. Everything changes for a reason. And this time isn't meant to be a punishment. Know that your current conditions will transform for the better. A positive question to ask yourself now is, what did I learn from this? And how can I avoid it in the future? Remember that there are lessons to be understood in everything. It's up to you and you alone to decide how long it will take for you to learn them. And then the final card we have is patience and planning. Good news comes to those who wait. This card signifies the qualities of patience and letting go of control. You should now pause, rest, assess and rethink what's in front of you before continuing. The number 7 physical card reminds you to re-evaluate the goals that you're seeking, your finances and even your relationships. Take the time to review each area one by one, for there's no rush when you're planning for a successful future. As you pause during this period, notice what has worked well for you in the past, not what you or others believe to be true, but in actual positive experiences. While you're at this reflecting stage, you can stand back and plan how you're going to handle potentially difficult, complex decisions and situations that may arise in the future. I think, Taurus, to be honest with you, for the majority of you here, we are talking about your financial situation here. I don't think this is talking about relationships. And I do feel that in the recent past, there should have been a course of action that you should have taken, or a choice that you should have made. And for whatever reason, you didn't make it. Maybe you was fearing a financial loss. Maybe, you know, we've got 2 5s here. We've got that financial and material change in the Oracle card, and we've got the 5 of Pentacles, both talking about similar things in regards to financial loss. So maybe for some of you, there has been some financial loss. And this 9 of Pentacles here is here to highlight that in the month of December, there's going to be a turnaround here. Maybe there is going to be some well-deserved success for you, but there's definitely been some challenges that you're going to have to overcome, or have, you know, in the recent past been trying to overcome when it comes to your work and your finances. And I feel that you've really had to stand up for yourself here with that 7 of Wands. The Tower, as I said, it is a destructive energy. But it really only comes in and removes something from our lives that isn't working, that is not in our greatest good here. Now, the thing to remember as well with these Oracle cards is you do have the Victory and Success card. So we're going to see an end here. The Judgment, I feel, is here to highlight that there is going to be a conclusion to all of this. It is going to come to an end, and there is going to be this victory and success there. You've got the deserved success with the 9 of Pentacles, and victory and success with the Oracle card. But whether you've been experiencing challenges, or whether you're still going to experience some of those in the month of December, as I said, I definitely feel the universe is going to come in, and it's going to bring some major change. Something's going to crash down that is not in your highest good. Something that you should have taken action on. Something that you should have made a choice about. Something that you maybe should have cleared out. You didn't. Yes, there are some challenges still to overcome. And I do feel for majority of you, we are only talking about work and finances here. But the end result is going to be good. So thank you for watching, and that concludes your reading. Thank you. Bye.